A very good afternoon to everyone tuning in today. I'm Bradley from the Innovation and Design Program in NUS. With me are Professor Dr. Loh, Hakim, Anthea, and Brian. And simply ask us any questions you have about our program. But I suppose to start off, we could have a quick introduction. So, from the right, Professor Loh.
Thank you. Thanks, Bradley. Hi, I'm Aiko. I'm the Director of the Innovation and Design Program. Happy to be sitting in here and taking questions from all of you. So please do feel free to ask us whatever you need to know. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Hakim. I'm a year 4 student studying mechanical engineering. Just like all of them here, I'm under the Innovation and Design Program. I think a fun fact, I went onto the NOC program that I just got back this year, and I went to Munich in Germany.
Hi, and once again, I'm Bradley. I'm year 4 electrical engineering. I'm in iDP, and I'm doing the Formula SAE project.
Okay, hi everyone, I'm Anthea. So I'm in year 3 doing biomedical engineering, and I'm also from the iDP program. Yeah.
Thanks. So hi everyone, my name is Brian. So fun fact about me is that I'm taking EG 4301A, which is Ideas to Startup. Yeah, so you all can ask me more questions about that if you all want.
All right, so I'm pretty sure once you ask questions, the information, the details will start flowing. But I suppose to start off, I'd like to share about Formula SAE. So NUS has been running a car building project for the past 17 years. And it's not just any car; it's a race car. Under iDP, we're supervised to design, build, and compete with our very own Formula car in Michigan International Speedway, home of most automotive companies, and we do pretty well there, actually. Come visit us. So, does anybody have any questions at all?
Let me say something.
Okay.
Yeah. Perhaps let me share with you what iDP is about. iDP is a multidisciplinary program that we take students from the different disciplines and we put them together in project groups. And they all work on real projects. So as you have heard from Bradley, he's involved in a car project and they go to the US every year, as he said, for the competition. And his team is made up of more than 20 students from different disciplines, electrical, computer engineering, mechanical especially is a big part of it. And that's just the car project. We also have the satellites, we also have the underwater vehicles, projects with hospitals, government agencies, and all of those. So if you were to just visit our website, iDP website, you will be able to find a whole lot more information about where our graduates have gone to in terms of their work, what are the startups that they have been involved in, what are the projects that we are currently doing. And we even have a cool video that we have put together. It's a VR, and if you wish to receive a cardboard Google, the VR device, like the one that we have brought today, so just drop us an email, or if you look at the back of us, the screen has a QR code. It is also at our website. If you go there, fill in some details about yourself, tell us why you like NUS engineering, and we will be sure to send you a Google Cardboard, right? So maybe I'll stop talking now and we'll take questions. I can come back and fill in if there are no questions.
I suppose along with all our experiences, you're probably burning to ask about, for example, how our student lives are. And truth be told, none of us has exactly the same student experience. We've all had different projects, different things to work on, different things we're doing at different times of the day. So for example, Hakim has had his overseas experience. Perhaps you'd like to share with us about it?
Yeah, sure, Bradley. So I've embarked on a very special experience. So the conventional path that engineering students take is going on the SEP program or the student exchange program, where they partner up with a university overseas and take modules overseas. But I went on a very special program called NOC, NUS Overseas College. It's an interesting program where you get to do a startup overseas while taking modules in a partner university. So you kind of get the best of both worlds, and all while working in a startup. So you get to work and you get to study and depends on where you are geographically, you get to play out as well. So I work in a medtech company where we did special steering control using Google Glass. And this was actually very special or very important for patients with cerebral palsy, where they had a loss of muscular control in their arms. Okay, I think we have one question here. What is IDP about? What disciplines of students tend to make most out of it? I'll try to answer this.
Sure.
So what is IDP about? IDP is about it's a multidisciplinary program that brings together students from all different branches of engineering. And we take on real-world projects. And the whole basis of taking on these projects is to use the design thinking framework to tackle these projects. So what disciplines of students tend to make most out of it? I think the biggest, if I'm not mistaken, is mechanical engineering. And we also have electrical. Yeah, I think I get Prof. Loh to elaborate on this.
Yes, indeed. Most of our students come from the mechanical engineering department. By and large, that's because you're looking at product design, we are looking at problem solving for industry. A lot of it is related to mechanical engineering, to electrical engineering, and most of all to computer engineering or software design. So pretty much we get a lot of interest from them, and also I must not forget biomedical engineering students also form a good portion of our students. And Anthea is from the BME program. She will be able to tell you more about what she has learned, especially in BME. I think when you get into the BME department, there's of course a whole lot of foundation in BME that you are doing, but at the same time, in IDP, you also learn other disciplines. Whether you like it or not, you're going to get yourself involved in there because of the projects that you're involved in. So let me pass this on to Anthea, who can maybe elaborate a little bit more about her BME experience in IDP.
Yeah. Okay, so so as mentioned by Prof. Loh, I'm actually from the biomedical engineering course as well. So you get to learn a lot of the biomedical engineering knowledge and things like that, like fluid dynamics and biomechanics and things like that. But then in the real world, you know that it's not just all this. So in IDP, I actually took up a project more skilled towards VR. So we are going to focus on medical training and things like that. So the skills that I learned will be more of how to actually interact with the medical people and things like that. So you don't just do your projects among your groups, but you actually get to talk to the real people, the people that you are trying to help solve their problems and things like that. So yeah, then again, as we move on maybe later into what design thinking and all is all about, you get to learn a lot more of how to look at it from their perspective, not so much of just delivering a solution that you think will solve all their problems.
Okay, I believe we have another question. Is IDP a second major or a program by itself? What's the difference? How long is the program? Is this just an FYP? In actual fact, it's very much not. The IDP program allows you to take a second major on top of your regular mechanical or electrical or biomechanical engineering course. You may simply seem to get a little bit more words on your certificate when you graduate, but you will get so much more in experience. It's still the same length of study curriculum. So, take me for example, I'm in my 4th year and I will be graduating this coming summer. And I did not just do my FYP on FSA. In building that race car, I've gotten to map about 15% of my total course requirements, and I've gotten to not only design and engineer and build it using both computer-assisted design and getting our hands dirty and building it. We got to race it ourselves.
Yeah, so for Bradley, I would like to elaborate slightly more on mine. So basically, I'm doing my FYP under Ideas to Startup, which is EG 4301A. So what I've been doing is actually a continuation from this program since year 2 and year 3. So I actually carry on this project from year 2 Sem 2 all the way until now, which I'm doing my FYP in year 4 Sem 2. And me, similar to you, I'll also be graduating in year 4 Sem 2. So I think it's safe to say that all of us will graduate within our year 4 period. Then I would like just to elaborate a little bit more. So basically, I'm also from biomedical engineering, but because IDP is multidisciplinary, so I actually managed to gain a little bit more from that. I'm actually currently doing virtual reality. So background-wise, my background is biomedical, but I'm actually also covering coding and programming for virtual reality side itself. Yeah, so it has exposed me to a wider range of disciplines per se. Yeah.
Alright, so the next question is, apart from the FSAE project, what are the notable projects out there from iDP, and how do students go about applying for specific projects? Perhaps, Prof. Lo, would you like to elaborate too?
Well, within iDP, we have 6 project themes, broad themes, and I'm sure everyone will be able to find something that suits them in there. The themes are innovating for better healthcare, innovations for smarter living, innovations for intelligent systems. I'm trying to figure out whether I get everything right. What have I missed out? Innovations for sustainable living, and the VR, innovations with VR. Anyway, if you go to to our website, you'll see all the 6 themes in there. Right, so don't worry about the actual projects that you're in. We also invite students to actually propose their own projects, whatever that is of interest to you, bring it to the table, and we will help you define the project scope, and we will walk you through it and guide you through the whole project development. Your next question is, how do students go about applying for specific projects? As I said, you are welcome, and in fact, we are most happy if you actually propose your own. So at year 3, you will be able to see a list of projects that we have with our industry partners. We'll put it out there, and you can actually pick one or a few that you like, and we will allocate accordingly. Otherwise, you tell us what you want, you form your own team, and then we will look at what the scope looks like, and we will help you to go through the development of the project. I think that might be the answer to that question, because the question has gone off the screen now. Are there any student life activities related to iDP, or is it a purely academic program? Now, I think this is better done by the students.
Alright, so I suppose to start off there, iDP has a club as well, so there's definitely a lot of student life, student welfare events throughout the year to help students engage, interact with each other, in fact be able to meet industry experts and companies in the field for future employment opportunities. So it's not entirely based on your grades alone. You get a lot of opportunity to get a head start in your careers and in life in general. So if anyone else would like to share more details. Okay.
So if I were to talk about like us working together as a group and things like that, we actually are very close-knit as a group. So like normally you will spend a whole semester with your iDP group mates per se, because you actually have to put in a lot of effort to look at it from like the background of the entire problem, and then you slowly build and find the needs of the users and everything. Then you go through the entire prototyping process, and then you go through like a user study and everything to eventually come up with whatever you want to propose at the end. So this entire like circle of having to spend time with them is in itself a student life, I would feel. Yeah, so it's very interesting because it's quite project based, not like the usual academics kind of like learning. So that is yeah, quite interesting.
I suppose I'd like to take this opportunity also to share for all of us on not just myself, but for all of us, to thank our teammates in all our projects. We've definitely had a good experience working with them, and we've definitely been able to get a lot more done than if we were on our own.
iDP is essentially a project-based learning, and therefore you see a lot of that going on right from the get-go. We admit students at matriculation. Some of you will be able to apply to us directly, and we also admit students in the second semester of your first year. So the first module that you get is actually design thinking, and design thinking is perhaps one of its kind, because many engineering schools do not actually teach you design thinking, but yet design thinking is one of the fundamentals in terms of trying to explore the opportunities for design as well as the opportunities for solutioning in order to help groups of people out there in our society that might need help. For example, we can look at people who have dementia, and how do we help them in different aspects of their life. our students will typically embark on that kind of project where they then have to start from scratch to understand what dementia is about, to understand who are the people involved in the care for the dementia patients, what is their daily life looking like, and what are the frustrations, and how do we then identify a problem to solve, to alleviate some of the pains that dementia patients and caregivers are facing. So our students always start with somewhat a very open scope, all right? And therein lies the opportunity for you to exercise your own thinking and creative skills, to work with people across different disciplines, to work with stakeholders outside of the school, and to arrive at a solution that you will eventually deliver to your stakeholders. So, and we do this through a series of modules that starts at design thinking. It ends up in the final year project. So it's not just about FYP, which was one of the questions that was asked earlier. You go through a series of things that we teach you about. For example, what is innovation? What is the right approach to approach innovation? And then only you embark on engineering design, prototyping, testing, and delivering the solution to your stakeholder. All right? So I hope that sort of helps you to get a big picture of what iDP is about. And if there are any further questions, I'll take that later. So let's go on to the next question, and maybe the students here may be able to answer that.
Okay, so this question is, are international students eligible for iDP, and do I have to take up an iDP for Duke NUS Engineering Medicine track? So personally myself, I'm not in the Duke NUS Engineering Medicine track, so I'm not entirely certain on how it would work. I probably have to direct that back to the
Yes.
Yes, you're allowed to take it if you're, so long as you're in the faculty, so long as you have courses in the Faculty of Engineering. So that's the relevance for biomedical engineering when it comes to iDP. And as for whether international students are eligible for iDP, I can say from personal experience, yes. So we've got team members from all over the globe in our race team. If there are any new questions, we'll be happy to answer them. I suppose I should make a quick detour to explain that you don't just have to visit us on our website alone. So long as you come in small groups, you can always set an appointment to meet Prof. Lo herself or any of the project team members, and we will be happy to show you our projects, our workspaces, and basically what we've been doing these past 4 years in NUS. What are the academic requirements for iDP? Okay, so when it comes to iDP itself, I believe none of us had any specific academic requirements. We weren't required to meet a certain grade point average. We simply had to sign up for it and we were allowed to join. And when it comes to it, it provides a set of modules we're allowed to take along with our regular engineering track. So along with our technical education in our home departments, whether it's BME or EE or MEng, we're able to learn the technical as well as the design concepts and how to innovate. Students aren't selected per se. Students are allowed to pick for themselves what they want to do and where they want to go with it.
Yeah, so I'd like to add on to that slightly. So basically for us biomedical engineering students, we actually have this design project, I think it's called BN3101. But so actually what iDP does is that it actually replaces this project with EG3301R. So in other words, from my year 1 until now, I've only taken extra 4 MCs, 4 modular credits worth of MCs basically, from start to end to actually enable me to get this second major. So it's actually not as taxing as it seems to be. Yeah.
Okay, so this question, I suppose it's for all of us. What is the most fulfilling experience you've had in iDP? I think everyone should be allowed to share about this. So, Brian.
Okay, so I like to start. So basically, being a biomedical engineering student myself, like I've said, I didn't ever think I would actually enter the coding or the programming or even the virtual reality section, the sector. Yeah, but because I took up a design project in year 3 regarding virtual reality, so it actually made me step out of my comfort zone and go into something totally new, which is coding. Yeah, and throughout this, I actually managed to get an internship for a company that's both biomedical related and also coding related. So that was really interesting to me, as I feel like I've actually found a new passion in this.
Okay, so I kind of had the similar experience with Brian over here, but I won't go into that. So I'm in year 3, he's in year 4. So I guess like I'm more in touch with like whatever we learned, because it just happened kind of right in year 2. Yeah. So basically, my most fulfilling experience as of now will be how design thinking has actually shaped my thinking a lot. So apart from iDP projects, if I were to take design thinking into like my daily life as well as like normal biomedical engineering like projects, I actually realized that I begin to use design thinking a lot more, in the sense that I will make sure that people don't just like jump into solutions, but rather we really learn about what are their needs and things like that. So when you actually really internalize what design thinking is all about and the importance of it, it will really help you, in the sense that you will definitely be able to find something more applicable, and definitely you can like get the result just from like asking your users and stuff like that. So it's really a very like crucial skill, I feel.
So if you ask me what's most fulfilling, I have to pick from quite a long list. So, but to sum it all up, I got to build a race car, and it's a rare and truly taxing but fulfilling experience to be able to bring your own car to the heart of automotive country in the United States, go up against 120 other universities, and do place regularly in the top 20. Our best result overall was 7th in 2015. I was with the team last year, and we were 13th out of 120 teams. We worked day and night on our projects all the way through the year, but being able to go there, seeing race cars from all around the world, and getting to show off in front of automotive engineering professionals, and then showing them the car we made, and getting constructive criticism, feedback, and praise about how we worked as a team, it's an unforgettable experience. And I suppose we could segue into what career prospects you get. Personally, I know some of my teammates, also in year 4, they've already secured job offers with various engineering companies in Singapore. There is also the possibility of going further on into postgraduate, going deeper into automotive engineering and motorsports, which will be quite relevant to Singapore in the future. And no matter what, you will always be able to find a new contact, new career professional, new mentor to help you into the future. Hakim, do you have anything to add on?
Yes, I have. So my fulfilling experience in iDP, I will start with, for all iDP projects, it starts with the user. You have to understand the user's needs. And the satisfaction, or the most fulfilling experience, is seeing my users being satisfied from the project that we actually embarked with them. So for my 3rd year design project, I actually embarked on a project where we use augmented reality to help tailors improve their productivity in their workplace. So using our technology, we managed to actually optimize the process of measuring the tailors' body measurements, and we actually managed to cut it by around 30 to 40%, and they were really impressed by it. And seeing that tailoring was a sunset industry for them. And the practice has been the same for decades. And seeing a new technology being introduced to them, and seeing them embracing this technology by people who are maybe 50, 60 years old, this is a very fulfilling experience for me, because it's something that you see very rarely, and to see them embracing our technology to improve their workplace productivity is a win-win for both of us. We get to develop this technology and also help them as well. So I think, touching on what Bradley mentioned about the career prospects of an iDP graduate, I think the possibilities are endless. You are not only restricted to an engineering career, you can also go beyond engineering. There are a lot of engineers that go into finance, management, consulting, or if you want the best of both worlds, you can go into engineering consulting. So the possibilities are endless. Come to NUS, come to iDP, get your minds being open, broaden your horizon, and you'll see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah. I actually tried Hakim's the Taylor project, and it was actually quite well done. Yeah. Okay, so just to add more, so basically I'm doing 4.1A, right? So it actually is called Ideas to Startup. So actually at the end of this year, there is a chance that actually my product can actually become, I can actually convert my team into a startup with the guidance of NUS themselves. Yeah. So my Prof Quinn Pat, he actually also used to run startups. So he actually has a lot of knowledge in this startup area. So I can always turn to him for help also. Yeah. So I feel that this is really beneficial to me, especially since ever since I come to NUS, I actually have been thinking of creating a startup. Yeah. And so hopefully this will gain traction at the end of the year.
So I suppose we'll be seeing your products on the market in the future.
I hope so.
And so I'm pretty sure we've all taken away something from it, and we've all got something to give in return and to look forward to in the future. I suppose since we're all going to be graduating and there's going to be new batches coming in the future, I'd like to ask Prof. Loh if there's any future trends you see or any direction iDP is going in.
Well, in iDP, we are always looking for ways to improve ourselves, and we are always looking for ways to improve the experience of our students. iDP is way more than a regular engineering program. It is the place for you to ground your engineering skills, and in terms of a career, you will be no less than a regular engineering program without an iDP. But it is hard work, but it pays off in the end, because I've seen so many students who are able to do a lot of engineering work when in fact without being in iDP they will be so much more handicapped. So I see a lot of confidence building going on in iDP, but at the end of the day they're all for the better, and you can't gain anything for nothing. So be ready to join us and experience what engineering is about, because really we are truly much more engineering, because we are always putting our thoughts and hands to good use, always looking around for projects to do. As the students have shared, design thinking is a really important skill, because when I ask our graduates who are out there in the industry at the moment, what have you actually found to be useful in your career once you leave iDP? And the answer inevitably is design thinking. And why is that so? It is so because in design thinking and in the entire journey of the iDP, students are working on projects that they do not know what is going on right at the beginning, because they are given such a broad statement about, as I said earlier on, the example that I gave was designed for the dementia patients. Right? So you're not told what to do. And therefore you need to figure out. And in order to help you figure out, design thinking is a set of tools and a process for which to follow and to systematically work through a problem to identify the insights, the important insights that you should be gathering before you jump into a solution. So iDP is an interesting program. We are, I think, viewed very highly throughout the world. We're one of the first few universities to have a program that is fairly extensive in project-based learning, and we're doing more than just project-based learning, because we're bringing in the front end of design thinking plus the back end of startups to package an entire journey that I think is not so easy to find elsewhere, right? So the last question, when and how do I apply for iDP? Go to our website. There is an apply now button that you can hit, and you will get there right away. All right? So I hope you will all be interested and see that there is a lot of value in iDP, and you will join us in the near future. Good luck.
All right, so I think we will be closing off for today, but once again, do not think this is the end of our sharings. You're always welcome to come visit us, just call in and see what we do. Along with that, there is a 360-degree VR video online, which you can utilize the free gift if you apply with the link above here. So this free gift is simply 360-degree VR headset. All you need is to put your handphone in and you can watch it. You can view our facilities all the way around and see what we do. And from there you get to see just what we've been up to for sure. That's all for now. Go on ahead and take a look. We will be taking a short break right now. So do come back online at 4 p.m. for more freebies and more information. All right, thank you very much.